Hello, friends of Maplewood and South Orange. I hope you're enjoying this gorgeous day outside. I'm going to do one of my favorite activities called SPLAT. Steve Wyborny came up with this, and I just think, so wonderful. I also want to remind you, as we are doing math activities at home, remember, all families are different. Some families, the grown-ups are working during the day, and then we're doing school a little later on. Some families are starting their school right away in the morning. So we're doing some pre-recordings. So that way you can fit math into your day that works for your family, because we know that all families are different. Okay, so before we get started, I want to let you know what you will need for this activity. Now, I know at my house we're having to get pretty resourceful on where we find our paper. I know here that we've been using envelopes that have come in the mail. So instead of putting them in the recycle, well, we've been using them to write our math down. Some friends might be using regular paper and pencil. Others might be using marker and crayon. Again, these times you just need to be resourceful and find something that you're able to write down your thinking. All right, so this is blank. It won't be blank for so long, so we'll walk through it together. So here you see a bunch of dots, a bunch of circles. So they want you to think about what the total number of shapes. What are the total number of shapes? Does everybody have a number in their head? You can write it down, because I know sometimes I might think of a number and then with directions I think, oh, what was my number? So it does help to write down things. For me, did you write down 14? Fabulous. So splats. Whoa, what happened here? Huh. Do we still see 14 dots? I don't know. I don't think so. So now, how many shapes or how many circles are under each splat? How do you know? So let me give you a little thinking time to figure out what's missing and how many are under each splat. How else could you know? I could see a couple of friends in my mind. I know the strategies they might be using. I could see them writing some down. Some friends might be counting on. There's so many different strategies we can use. So let's look under the splats to see how many shapes there are. There's 3 under one and 3 under the other splat. So what you should be noticing is under each splat there are equal groups. 3 equals 3. So this is important with this splat. At this level, you're looking for equal groups. So what can we learn from the picture? The equal groups. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go on this journey together, and you're going to try one next. Again, it does help to write things down. At least it does for me. All right. Lots of dots, lots of circles. Can you count how many circles there are? I'll give you thinking time. Nice. Did you come up with a number? I know I did. I'm going to jot my number down. I think you should do the same. All right, everybody, ready? Did you jot down the number 19? All right. I know you know what's coming. Splat is next. 1, 2, 3, splat. Oh my, there are 3 splats this time. So we've got to figure out what's missing. We started with 19. We still have 19. We just have some shapes covered. So figure out how many dots are under the splat. But then I also want you to think about that number in equal groups. I'm using counting back to help me. I know 4 less than 19 is 15. So I know that there are 15 missing dots. And now I know 15 have to be broken up into 3 equal groups, right? So I'm kind of visualizing how I would put 15 in equal groups. Write down the number that you think is under each splat. Are you ready for the big reveal? Nice. There's 5. 5 again. And 5 again. Because we know that 3 5s equals 15. And 15 was what was covered, our unknown. All right, the paper's blank, but not for long. Oh, I see a lot of you are already picking up your pencils to kind of figure out what's going to happen next. Nice. Count those dots. Wonderful. Jot down your thinking. Did you come up with the 2-digit number 14? I know. You know what's coming next. Splat. Oh, 3 splats again. So we started with 14. We can see 2. You should be thinking about how many dots or circles are covered. You should be thinking, what's 2 less than 14? Nice. Now, you've got 14, so 2 less than 14. Did you write it down? Did you write down 12? Well done. Now, think about 12. And think about putting 12 dots in equal groups. We did a lot of this during school time with erasers and counters. So I want you to think about what 12 would be in equal groups. Can you write it down? Do you have your answer? All right, here's the big reveal. Beautiful, because we know that 3 groups of 4 is 12. Wonderful. And we know that 12 and 2 make up 14. Fantastic. All right, friends. Oh, you're very eager. I can see those pencils are up in the air. You're ready for the next one. Ooh, wow. I don't know about you, but that's a lot of dots. Can you quickly count how many dots? Nice. Did you jot that down? Let's see. I know that when I was counting them by 2s in my head. I don't know. Did anybody count it differently? All right, let's reveal. Wonderful. There are 24 dots. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3, splat. Oh, wow. How many splats do you see? Nice. So we've got to think about, what do we see? How many dots do we see? So how many dots are covered? I can see Gael is using her 100th chart. She loves that 100th chart, and she's counting back. I see a couple of friends are writing it down. They're doing 24 minus 9. A couple of friends did it mentally. Wow, wonderful. All right, so now that you know what's missing, now I want you to think about that number. 15. If you were to put 15 into 5 equal groups, how many dots would go in one of those groups? I'll give you some thinking time. I see Phoebe's using her skip counting by 5s as a strategy. Emmeline is quickly thinking about her multiplication facts to help her. John's drawing it out. It's amazing how many strategies that my friends are using. All right, so 5 groups of what would equal 15? Let's do the reveal. Did you figure out there were 3 under each? If you did, well done. If you didn't, well done too. Because let's face it, if you're thinking and you're trying, that's the most important thing. So well done. Well done. All right, let's go to the next slide. By now, you're already thinking how many dots are there, and you're quickly writing it down. Wonderful. Let's see. Did you write it down? Good. Did you get 22 dots? So we have a total or a whole of 22 dots. So I wonder how many splats are going to be next. Ready? 1, 2, 3, splat. Oh, 3. So we've got to calculate how many dots are hidden under the splats. Oh, that's interesting. One friend's doing a number line, and then they're skip counting back by 2s. Some friends are just jotting it down and doing subtraction. Nice. Okay. So I want you to think about the number that's missing. Or hidden, I should say. It's not missing. It's just hidden. We can't see it. Those dots are all still there. And I want you to think 3 groups of what would give you that number. In fact, you could even put it into a multiplication sentence if you wanted to. Okay, so 3 times what would give you 15? Yeah, because we know 3 5s equals 15. Good. Wow, you're really getting the hang of it. So it's interesting with this game of Splat. We're using addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? It depends on how our brains work. Some friends use multiplication to help them with division. So it's very interesting. All right, next one. All right, count down how many dots you think are there. I'll give you thinking time. Wonderful. Did you jot down the number that you see? Did you jot down 19? All right, ready? 1, you can say it with me. 2, 3, splat. Wow, so we've got 2 splats here. 5 less than 19. Can you figure what that is? You did? Good, 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 good. I know a couple of my friends are, I'm so good at doubles facts, right? You're so good with your 2s. You're probably thinking, I know this. So 5 less than 19 is 14. And we think about 2 times what would give us 14? jot down what you think. Oh, that's interesting. A couple of friends are putting it in either division or multiplication sentences. Both work. Both work. Ready? The big reveal. I hope you have your answer down. Excellent. Wonderful. You're right. 2 sevens or 2 groups of 7 equals 14. You're really getting the hang of it. Isn't that interesting? In the beginning, it felt a little bit harder, but as we practice things, it begins to be a little bit easier. Nice. I know my brain is working. It's thinking, it's calculating. All right, write down what you see. Now, one of the things, too, you're doing all this work. Maybe one of your grown-ups can take a photo of your work and just email it to one of us, to one of your teachers, so that we can see it. We love to see it. That would be great. Maybe you can even create your own little splat game. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, I kind of like that. You can get creative. Remember, during these times, we can be creative. This is a whole new fun way of learning, right? This remote learning. Very new. All right, you're like pioneers. Okay, so Miss Costello got distracted. All right, so did you write down this number? Oh, wow. I feel like we had 19 before. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, splat. Nice. So now you have to figure out how many circles are hidden. How many circles are hidden? Great. Great. A lot of friends are using subtraction for this one. So did everybody agree that we don't see 12 of the circles? I think so. So now we've got to think. 12 divided by 4 is what? I know I'm stronger with multiplication, so I'm thinking 4 times something equals 12. Again, remember, everyone thinks differently. Did you come up with it? So 4 what? What's going to be hidden under the splat? Did you come up with 3? Well done, well done. All right, next one. I'll give you a little more thinking time to write that down. I was a little fast. All right, here we go. Count those dots. Let's find our total amount of dots. Oh, this is our last one too. For today, for today. If you like it, definitely email. Give us a little shout out and say, hey, we really enjoy Splat. Can we do it again? Of course, we'll have to make it trickier the next time, won't we? All right, this was good. All right, did you figure out how many dots? Please write it down. All right, did you write down 23? You did. Wonderful. All right, say it with me for our grand finale. 1, 2, 3, splat. Nice. So we see 5 dots. I know 3 less would be 20. And then 2 less than 20 is 18. So we have 18 dots. So how many dots are under one splat? So 18 broken into 3 equal groups. Oh, I see one friend, John, is doing fair shares. That's a good way to do it too. Nice. I'll give you some thinking time. So how many are under the splat? Everybody got it? Now remember, and I probably should have said this in the beginning, if you don't have it, you can always put it on pause to give yourself a little additional thinking time. Ms. Costello likes to take time to think, so I probably would pause it. All right, you ready for the big reveal? So 3 times what gives us 18? Or 18 divided by 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Is that what you got? Did you get 6? 6 threes equal 18.